Senior NFL veteran Steve Gleason attended a Cubs game at Wrigley Field on June 2nd, which MLB recently named Lou Gehrig Day. Steve's son threw out the first pitch that day. In these last 10 years, Steve's foundation, Team Gleason, has provided more than $18 million in services to more than 20,000 people living with ALS in the United States. In 2019, he received the Congressional Gold Medal for his contributions to ALS awareness. On Father's Day, as Chris Conley shares in this SC feature presented by Subaru, Steve Gleason is the epitome of resilience.
Boo. Boo. Rivers, you're home from the hospital, buddy. And I'm so excited you are.
After being diagnosed with ALS in 2011, former New Orleans Saint Steve Gleason was given a life expectancy of 2 to 5 years. So he wanted to leave video journals behind for his newborn son, Rivers.
I've been thinking about fathers and sons a lot since you've been born. At this point, it looks like we're not going to have the normal father-son relationship. I'm going to be around, buddy. And it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be around until you are able to stand on your own.
Rivers till I reach you.
Today, 9-year-old Rivers Gleason is making his dad a Father's Day card. What makes a good card?
Making the person feel happy.
But what should a card say when your father is Steve Gleason?
Look out! Right through! A kick block by Steve Gleason! It is scooped and scored! Touchdown, New Orleans!
15 years ago, after the horrors of Hurricane Katrina brought devastation and despair to New Orleans, Steve Gleason became a legend during the Saints' first game back at the Superdome, where today, a statue commemorates his punt block.
For me, the statue is a symbol of the commitment of the people in the region who chose to return and rebuild. That statue represents the resilience of New Orleans.
Now it's been a decade since he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, the degenerative disease that robs the body of muscle control. With his family and within his own mind, resilience remains his hallmark.
I feel the best I have felt in a few years, but just because I'm willing to embrace the challenges and pain that come from life, this does not mean that it is easy. The effort is crazy.
Some days he's like, this is really hard. And I'm like, no, I'm surprised you don't say that 65 times a day. He says it, twice a week at this point. And it's truly, truly remarkable.
With his days of recording video journals in the past, what Steve Gleason wants to say now, he writes first, one letter at a time, with his eyes, giving him new ways to pass life lessons on to his son.
Writing these journals every day, I've tried to share not only my memories, but also my self-doubts and my shortcomings.
He's constantly writing for Rivers. It's kind of his favorite thing to do.
Technology also lets Steve provide guidance to his son in the moment.
It's kind of like, well, Rivers is here, so I'm not going to make a journal because I can just tell him in real life.
Control what you can control. Attitude, your focus, and your effort today, brother. Have fun.
Okay.
With all of the lessons you've imparted on your son, what would you say the one thing he's taught you?
So I feel like I learn from Rivers all the time. The things that he's taught me is sensitivity and compassion.
We were actually at a baseball tournament that Steve couldn't go to, but Rivers was FaceTiming Steve's tablet for 30 minutes. Because I know how happy it's going to make Steve. And just feel like I'm just a dad talking to my son,
And now, that son is a big brother, too. with the family welcoming the arrival of a daughter named Gray, now 2 years old and full of energy.
He can't do anything really to help me with Gray. He struggles sometimes, like I'm not enough of a dad.
A couple days ago, she looked right at me, right through my soul, Chris. Then started smiling. The joy in my heart at the moment was cosmic. Right when I thought it couldn't get more blissful, she slid her chair back and started to crawl up in my lap.
And I'm just like, literally, like, keep going, like, thank you, Gray, like you just made your dad's year, you know?
To have Gray as a daughter, it's overwhelmingly beautiful for me.
What would you like Gray to know about you as a father?
There is no place you can go where I won't be with you. Explore your heart, your mind, and the cosmos, Gray. Your possibilities are truly boundless. Love, your daddy.
I think there'll be times where you will struggle and have challenges, and I really hope to be there.
And now for this Father's Day. Just as Steve recorded so many videos for his son years ago,
We don't know what's given to us the next day, so enjoy every day, Rivers.
Rivers has one of his own for his father.
Dad, I think you're a great leader, and you teach us to be resilient in hard times. You are always trying to help. One time.
That you would get to see him as a 9-year-old?
The short answer is yes. I intimately understand the impermanence and fragility of this life. Every moment and every experience could be my last. So, 9 years later, there is a sense of enormous and overwhelming gratitude at the end of each day for this life I'm living.